What's going on, guys? I'm Cain. My channel name's Keeper Cain, and I'm next up.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Next Up. If you didn't know, this is the YouTube series I do where I bring people on that have started their channel in 2022, either animal YouTube channel that they started, and we bring them on. We get to talk to them a little bit, introduce them to you guys, my subscribers, and hopefully they become your subscribers. And, help them get a little boost in the start of their channel. It's hard doing YouTube sometimes, guys. And this is the way we can help each other out and help each other grow. But today, we got Cain. What's up? How are you doing?
What's going on, buddy? Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Appreciate you working with me. We had some schedule conflicts, had to go to work, and so I missed the first time we were recording. But you were nice enough to be like, I'm free the next day. So here we are. We're getting it done. We've actually been trying to get this recording for a while because you already told me you wanted to be on the show. Was it last year? I believe you found me and you were like, hey, I'm starting my channel. I'm getting into reptiles. I'm starting the channel, and I want to, come on if you would like to have me. And I was like, yeah, we definitely got to get you scheduled.
Yeah, it's been a good minute in the making, so definitely glad to be here. Like I said, appreciate you having me.
No problem. So your channel actually is a dual channel to an extent because you do aquatic and reptiles as well, right?
Right. So I started out with aquatics. I've been into aquatics for probably about 4 years now. This is actually my local aquarium club, the ETAA, East Tennessee Aquatic Association. I'm the president of it, but never had any plans to get any reptiles. I always liked snakes and stuff as a teenager, but the old mom said no story, so I never had any. I think I've heard you mention the same. So
yeah.
But I actually, well, I won't get too ahead on your questions, but yeah, I got into reptiles, and it's been about a half a year now. So currently, I keep aquatics, reptiles, tarantulas, and some mammals. So a little bit of everything, really.
Okay. Oh, okay. So technically, I gotta find the question. Where is it? Let's see. You guys already know the questions. I forgot the place I put them in, but technically we already semi-touched on this first question, so we might as well jump right into it. But guys, before we do that, make sure you go subscribe to his channel. The link will be in the description down below, and at the end of this episode, there's going to be a clickable link where you go right to one of his videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, so how long have you been breeding reptiles?
Yeah, so I was about to get past you. That's like I told you in the pre-show. I can talk, so I get out of hand. You just got to reel me back in.
That's what a good host does. He segues real well, so I got this.
So, oh, by the way, this is Noodle. He's my pinch drop het ball python.
Okay.
He was my first ball python, so he's kind of a co-host. I always tease and say it's really his channel, and I'm just here. But
gotcha.
So I started breeding reptiles just a little over a year ago. I started with crested geckos. So I never really kept reptiles, even though I did want a snake when I was a kid and I couldn't. But I always heard all the wives' tales. You always hear, reptiles stink, snakes are slimy, all that different stuff. And I believed it. And so my first concern was the smell. Even though I keep a house full of animals, I try to keep my house really clean because everything is right here. As you can see, this is my living room. So
understandable.
Thankfully, I've got a good wife that puts up with me.
Understandable.
But So, in my research, crested geckos was known to be really smell free and not have any odor. So, I got into them first, and I got a breeding pair to begin with. So, I started breeding them right off the bat, and then now I've been into ball pythons. See, that was a little over a year ago. Now I've been into ball pythons for about 6 months. So,
Okay.
I currently do have 7 ball pythons, and 6 of them are locking up for me.
Nice.
So just starting out breeding them, but yep, a year breeding reptiles and half year with snakes, and just now my first season breeding these snakes.
Okay. So how about the fish? Do you breed fish or you just collect fish? I don't know the fish world, so I'm not gonna lie to you. So I don't know what the proper term is.
No, it's basically the same.
Okay.
Both stuff, a little different wording here and there, but I've been keeping the fish for about 4 years, and I do breed fish, but I would say now it's about 50-50. Excuse me. So I originally, just like anything, I got big into fish and I wanted to breed them, and I got a lot of tanks, and at one time my most I think was like 26 tanks, and now I've been scaling that back a lot. So real recently I went from 19 to 8 because I just keep so many different things that it's just too much. I've currently got 3 breeding tanks, and then the other 5 are just pets, basically, or community tanks. So I can actually swivel my camera right here. And those 3 are my breeder tanks.
Gotcha.
But yeah, but not a big time breeder of them. Just more. I got to do a little bit. It's not no big money maker or anything. That's what it's about. But they're
True.
just
Still
more
for the joy, for the passion of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. This episode of Next Up sponsored by B&S Reptilia. B&S Reptilia is run by Chris. Chris is an awesome guy, and he is a cocoa distributor. Yes, Chris has the chipper and the cocoa to go. So if you need any cocoa, Chris is a guy you should contact. If you're in the PA area, he can definitely meet you up, but also he can ship it to you. So definitely go check out Chris at B&S Reptilia for all your cocoa needs. Thanks again for sponsoring this episode of Next Up, Chris. So let's hit. I'm gonna see if I clicked the right one. Yeah, I clicked the right one. There we go. Because my questions are out of order, so I'm trying to figure out which one they are. But so next question: what is your goal for your channel?
So, for my channel originally, I never really thought about starting a YouTube channel until I saw one of my buddies in my aquarium club. Actually, one of my board members made his, and I got to thinking, well, hey, I could do that. And I was just getting into the ball pythons at the time. I just had my first 2 snakes, Noodle here and another one I had, and I started thinking, like everybody does, well, I'm going to need to sell these snakes at some point if I'm going to breed them. And I thought, I've already got all this stuff in my house. It's like, why not just make the content? And, one more thing. So the original goal was just to hopefully, I told my wife, I said, if I can get at least 100 subscribers, it'll be worth it. And at least a few of those people might be, possibly customers of mine or friends or whatever.
True.
And now the goal is just for the fun of it. I mean, hey, anybody that says they don't want to be YouTube famous, I think they're capping a little bit. But I don't. It's not my plan. Like, I will gladly welcome it, but that's not the plan.
I don't want to technically be YouTube famous. I would like YouTube to pay my bills. I don't need to be famous though. If it pays my bills, I'm fine with that. I don't need to be famous. So I understand what you're saying though. I 100% agree. But that's smart for you to realize that YouTube will be a way to showcase your animals and to help you be able to sell your animals when you start producing animals. So you gotta on it right away, which is smart. As you got into the reptiles, as you started to expand the reptiles, you realize this is gonna need to happen so people can see what I'm working with and see what I have and better help me sell. That's very smart.
Very smart. YouTube is kind of a part of the reason why I got into fish and reptiles, because I watch everybody's channels. So, and I see how people interact with them. So I knew, hopefully I could do the same.
And that's the beautiful thing about this community, that people are helping each other and growing together. Like, people aren't pushing each other away. We're like, don't come over here. No, they're like, no, come over here. Come hang out. Come learn some stuff. Come teach us some stuff. You never know what you might learn or have somebody else learn from you by the way you keep your animals. We all can learn and grow from each other. So I love that we're all working together in one way or another. 100%.
That is true. 100%. It's a very open, welcoming community. It's not like back in the day when people were against each other. Nowadays, for the most part. Very true.
For the most part, we still got a couple bad apples here and there, but for the most part, people are all open and welcoming here, which is really great. It's such a positive vibe, which I definitely like so much. And I try to do my part, put that positivity out there and make people feel welcome. It's very important.
Exactly.
So let's hit our last question. What channels help to inspire you to start your channel?
So I always struggle with questions like this because how do I want to say this? I'm not like and don't take this the wrong way, like I'm not like a fanboy type, you know what I mean? Like I don't have like this one channel where I'm like, I've got all their t-shirts, I want their autograph, I need their picture, but I've definitely learned a lot and picked up a lot of inspiration. So I would say there's a couple main few, especially in the aquatics. There is an aquarium channel called Aquarium Co-op, and I've binge watched a lot of their stuff, and he got me really motivated. And then as far as the reptiles, it's hard to say like a specific one. I guess I could say the one that motivated me the most to get into the crested geckos was Serpa Design. I don't know if you've heard of him or.
Okay, I've heard of him. I've recently heard of him. Yes.
Yeah, so he kind of does reptiles and fish, and he's like super creative. Like he makes all his own stuff and just like I don't know. But he was going on about the crested geckos, and I commented on one of his videos, and I was like, I'm really into the fish, but I've been thinking about getting one of these. And he said, he was like, well, fish are awesome, but it's not the same relationship as you can have with a reptile. And I'm not going to say that's what made me do it, but it did definitely kind of like maybe I'll give it a chance.
Exactly. And then that fire under you.
As far as the snakes, see, it's hard because where I'm in, fish, spiders, snakes, everything's got its own category, but
exactly
so much. What that boils down to is I watch way too much YouTube.
Who doesn't? That's all I watch half the time.
It is. I watched a lot of Chris Hardwick. I think a lot of people have because he's got so many genetics videos.
Yep.
I won't say he motivated me, but he definitely taught me a lot. Mm-hmm. And I actually bought one of his snakes recently, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
But, yeah, I got one of his adult pod females he's had for years, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, literally like every snake channel, I watch them all. As long as there's no negative energy, I kind of just jump in all of them, try to soak in what I can. Yeah, I've watched your channel quite a bit. I try to go for, if people cuss a little here or there, that's life. The world's not going to nerf itself for you.
Understandable.
But if it's like every breath, I don't really watch it. But I've watched a lot of your channel, Proper Royals. Why am I not saying his name? Warful Morphs.
Jerry's good too. Yeah. It's always hard when you put on the spot to name channels that you watch without thinking about their name. You just watch it, and so when you have to pop their name in your head, it vanishes. It happens all the time.
Any other time you'd be scrolling, hitting them all, but you try to name them and you're like, why don't I know this person I've watched 1 million videos of? But
I could totally understand that. So you actually talked about spiders too. So how long have you been into, or technically, so I'm still, I wanted a tarantula, so I'm still learning about them. My wife is kind of on board. We're working on it. So what kind of tarantulas do you have? Just name a few.
So I've only got 5 tarantulas, and because I've got so many things, I'm planning on keeping it at that. I plan on. I mean, there may be this one I have to have in the future. Never know. But so quickly, I've got a green bottle blue, a Brazilian black, Arizona blonde, a Mexican red leg, and a Choco gold knee. My first one was a Brazilian black, and I would, if you're going to get one, which, get the one that calls out to you. They're all pretty easy to keep, but I would definitely look into a Brazilian black and an Arizona blonde, because they're really simple care needs. They're known to be very docile, so, which really they mostly all are, unless you get into like the old worlds. See, my wife, she wasn't too keen on it either. Actually, she demanded that I would never get them. So, like, if I watch videos of anything on YouTube, if I watch enough videos, usually I do whatever I'm watching the videos of. So I was sitting on the couch one day, and she's cooking dinner, and because our kitchen and living room's open, she looks over and she's like, "What are you watching on your phone?" I was like, "Nothing. What do you mean?" She's like, "No, what are you watching on your phone?" And I was like, "I'm just watching this video about a spider. It's a tarantula video." She's like, "No, you turn that video off. Don't watch that." I was like, "Why?" She's like, "Because if you watch the video, you'll get one, and there's not a spider coming in this house." No, I won't. Well, yeah, 2 months later, I got the spider.
I got the spider. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
and that was funny. That. She would never hold one, but they're not much for holding anyway. They're more for looking at, like fish. You don't hold your fish.
True.
But I will be on the other end of the house and hear her on the other end being like, "What are you doing, so and so?" Like talking to him. So she came around.
Yeah, she's got an attachment to it now. So that's what it's all about. Sometimes you have to get close to something you're scared of to find out the beauty in it, and that's just getting over that fear. Understandable. Cause that's part of what I want a spider for. Because I kind of have a little bit of a fear of spiders, not a drastic fear, but just a little bit. And I wanted to kind of get over that, and getting one, I think, would help me get over that, and I would find more of the beauty in them, because every animal has a beauty within them that we don't see from a distance, and when you take care of them, you start to see that in them, which is a great reason for people to experience animals in a safe manner, but to experience animals just to get closer to them. And I do what I want. So I want one that has, like, I don't know if it's fur or what there's, is it furry? What, I don't know what they're technically with.
Well, some people refer to them as like fluffy, but it's just hairs.
Okay. So I would want one that's blue, because I've seen a blue one with blue hairs, and I thought it looked super cool. And blue's my favorite color. So.
Oh, okay. So. I would definitely look into a green bottle blue then.
Okay.
Another funny fact, my wife, she bought me my green bottle blue for my birthday. Now, those are a little more pricey. Gotcha. She gave $300 for my female, which you want to try to get a female because they live a lot longer than the male. But green bottle blues are very popular for good reason. They're blue and orange, and they make a lot of webs. And they're a new world, so they're not like, highly venomous to get bit by. They just kick hairs. So I definitely look into that. GBB, they're really good.
Okay, I have to keep that in mind.
I definitely agree with what you said though. On the, you said you want to get one to kind of get over the fear. You'd be surprised how many people get tarantulas for that reason, and then get hooked on them. They can be addicting because they don't take up much space and they don't take much care.
This is
But
very true. You can have a whole shelf of them and take care of all of them just very easily. So I have to watch out for that as well.
yeah,
I clearly have an addictive personality.
I think anybody in this hobby does.
All right. Well, so thank you for coming on. That's the interview, guys. If you would like to, make sure you go subscribe. The link's down at the bottom. We'll also have a link on the end card, so you can click that and go to his latest video. We'll put that up. But thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking to us. Look forward to seeing more videos with you. Let people know, because you have a live show you're already doing. Let people know what days you do that live.
Okay, yeah. So every Sunday right now from 8 to 9, I'm doing a live stream show. The thumbnail says Keeper's Corner, but it's just a Ask Me Anything show. It's just getting started out, but definitely love to have you guys there, or anybody that wants to come jump in.
Nice. So do you plan to add anything to the live show, bring on guests or anything like that in the future?
Well, yes, I do, but right now I don't know. I'm still filling it out. I enjoy doing the solo, but it's hard where I don't have a lot of watchers and trying to keep it going. But then I want to keep my channel very family friendly. I don't want any cursing or anything, and so I find that challenging as well. Because hey, I understand when you talk one way every day, it's kind of hard to cut it off for an hour.
Very true. I can totally understand that. Well, if you ever do bring on guests, throw me in the ring. I would love to come on, hang out with you, talk snakes, learn about spiders, and learn more about aquatic animals. Definitely put me on the list.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd love to have you on, man.
Nice. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you know anyone that has started their channel in 2022, animal YouTube channel, we're talking all animals, snakes, reptiles, gerbils, hamsters, guinea pigs, anything, and they would like to come on the show, please message me. We would love to get them scheduled. I think we have maybe 5 open spots left because we do one a month, but we might expand more if I get more people interested in coming on and being on the show. But right now we got 5 spots, so let me know. But thank you guys for watching. You can always check out. We got a new episode of Next Up coming up tomorrow because this is Thursday. Well, this video is coming out Thursday. Next Up coming up. I don't know who the guest is. I'll put it up here somewhere. You'll see it. It's around there somewhere. But thank you guys for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully we see you Friday. And make sure you go check out Keeper's Corner on his YouTube channel. Links in the description down below. But everybody have a good weekend. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. All right, everybody. Bye.
See you guys.